do not make these drill sergeant wisdoms to piss anybody off or make them feel bad. I make them to empower you to take control of your life, become the best you can be, and create the life you truly want to live. And this episode 001 is the foundation of all change. If you get this, it will change your life. It says, if you are not the cause of your problems, if you are not the cause of your struggles, then you are merely a victim or a pawn of who or whatever is the problem or causing the problem. And that is not good news for most people. They hear that and they think, what are you saying, Mark? You saying it's my fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying you're the only solution. If you are waiting for someone else to change, you are a victim. If somebody else promises to make change, while they're getting paid to make change, you are a pawn. And I want you to be victorious. And that's why I made this post, that image, and why I'm saying the words I'm saying right now. You have the power to solve your problems, to end your struggles, to become the person who can create the life you truly want to live. But you cannot do that if you believe someone or something else is the problem and they need to change or they need to create change before you can change. Think about that for a moment. So, Mark, what are you saying? I'm saying that if you go over to Lebanon right now in the Middle East, there are kids starving to death because they are victims of a war that's going on around them. They can't fix it. There's nothing they can do except hope that someone drops food and gives it to them. If someone was born with a debilitating injury or debilitating condition or gets into an injury, they are a victim of that. But in America, a free country, nobody's a victim of anything. It is, you have to believe it is your choices, your actions, what you do that creates the struggle, or else you are truly a victim of something or someone else. But in this case, you're a victim of you. You're a victim of your beliefs. You're a victim of your past. You're a victim of what you believe you're capable of doing. And I believe you can do anything you're willing to do the work for and set your mind and get started doing it. So let's talk about, if you're not the problem, what must you believe is the problem? You are a victim of something. We live in a country. I live in a country, America, United States. I'm black. We have a troubled past between the two of us. We were brought here for the wrong reason. We were used in the wrong ways. And even when we got our freedom, we weren't truly free. That gave rise to racism and other things, some of which still go on today, but not to the degree they were when I was born in the early 1960s. So here's the deal. In every major city, all across this country, there are black neighborhoods where most of the people in those neighborhoods are low income or poor individuals. And it's all emanated from the idea that slavery and racism is an obstacle to them. And this completely ignores all of the people who escape those neighborhoods and go on to create wealth, fame, and fortune, or just a good standard quality of living. You are not a victim of slavery, racism. I want to expand it. Women, you are not a victim of sexism. You are only a victim if you allow yourself to stay in the condition you are. So I am encouraging you, get up, go out, proclaim your freedom, and work to create the life you truly want to live. Let's talk about porn. Porn is defined as a chess piece that is used to protect the other pieces. In human terms, that means someone benefits from your struggle, your suffering, your poverty, your whatever it is. It happens in many different ways, but here's one of the ways I know for sure it happens. Somebody says, I'm going to go to City Hall. I'm going to go to the county office building. I'm going to go to the State House. I'm going to go to Congress, and I'm going to fight for you. That speech has been given for 50 or 60 years now. I've been hearing that speech ever since I was born. People get elected. They create great lives for themselves. But the people that they went to represent, somehow or another, nothing ever changes. This is a very, very emotional thing for me. But it's also a foundational principle of all successful people. Do you think that people become rich because of legislation in Congress? If it is, it's because of someone who got elected and used the power that the poor people in their neighborhoods give them to get their cousin, their brother, their parents, their children into an office where they make a lot of money. So here's the deal. You are a pawn if somebody else benefits from your struggle because they've convinced you you can't fix it on your own without them. I believe the pharmaceutical industry, let me say it in English, the pharmaceutical industry, with all the commercials they run on TV, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 7,000 different channels, all saying the same thing. Don't take care of yourself. We have a pill that will take care of you someday. You're being pawned. I think that when you're in a relationship with someone who convinces you that you're not worthy, you're being pawned. I believe that when you give up your power to someone else, so they go off and make money, they go off and gain power, they go off and whatever, but you're sitting there, you're being pawned. Now, the examples I gave may lead some of you to think that I'm talking about poor people. But I think there's people who make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year who believe they can't do better because of something. And whatever that something is, you're either a victim of it or you're being pawned. I think that if your body, you're not exercising, you're not eating, you're not getting rest, what do you think is going to happen to your body? But somebody else is telling you, hey, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. One of the most pawned, procedures, was pawned movements was no fat shaming. Let's not make fun of people because they're overweight. That has led to the growth of overweight people like you wouldn't believe. All serving someone. The medical establishment, the pharmaceutical industry, and people who perform whatever services there are for people who are overweight. If you're overweight and you think it's okay, you were pawned. Attorneys making you believe that if you have a bad month, you should get divorced. If life's not the way you want it, we need to sue somebody. You're being pawned. Don't be pawned. My name is Mark Delaney, and I make these videos, and I approve this message because I truly believe with all my heart, this message will do more for you than any politician that has ever been elected in the history of this great country. Don't be pawned. If you are not the problem, if you are not the cause of your problems, then you are either a victim of something that's benefiting from you, or you are being pawned by someone who's making a ton of money off of your struggles. So again, a victim. You get hit by a car, you're a victim of that accident. You live in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're a victim. You decide you're going to sit on your butt, you decide you're stuck where you are not a victim, you are being pawned. Drill Sergeant Wisdom is a weekly production of me. My name is Mark Delaney, and I am a drill sergeant for hire. I am the productive pain in the ass you never knew you needed, and I work on a pay for results basis. If there's a way you'd like to stop being pawned and improve your life, and you think I can help you based on what you heard today, feel free to request my free giveaway called 3 Steps to version 3.0 of you. And through that, I will help you get started on a journey to never be a victim and never be pawned again.